Should I date a single mom? Pros, cons, and red flags to consider. Considering dating a single mom? It's a decision that comes with its own set of advantages and challenges. In this discussion, we'll explore the benefits, drawbacks, and potential risks to help you make an informed choice. Let's start with the positives. First, there's often less competition when dating a single mom. Some men may hesitate to date someone with children, which naturally reduces the pool of potential partners. This can work in your favor, giving you more opportunities to stand out. Second, if she's a dedicated mother, she likely has practical skills like cooking or managing meals for her family, which can be a valuable asset in a relationship. Third, dating a single mom means you stepping into a ready-made family. If you're interested in having children, this eliminates the uncertainty of whether she can have kids or if you're biologically capable. You'll have the chance to be a father figure to her existing children, and if you're not keen on the early parenting years, you might bypass that stage entirely. Additionally, a good single mom often demonstrates qualities like nurturing, stability, and financial responsibility, traits that are highly desirable in any partner. Another perk is the predictability of her physical appearance. Since she's already had children, you know what to expect, eliminating concerns about future changes post-pregnancy. This transparency can be important if physical attributes are a priority for you, and there's no judgment in acknowledging that. Moving on, a single mom who prioritizes her family is likely to value stability, longevity, and loyalty in a relationship. She's more inclined to work through challenges rather than abandon ship at the first sign of trouble, as she's committed to what's best for her children and the family unit. Lastly, a responsible single mom is unlikely to engage in reckless behavior, such as partying excessively, which can be reassuring if you're seeking a mature and grounded partner. Now, let's address the potential downsides. The most significant consideration is the financial and emotional responsibility that comes with dating a single mom. If the relationship doesn't work out, you might find yourself legally or morally obligated to support her and her child, depending on the circumstances. This is a serious commitment that requires careful thought. In summary, dating a single mom offers unique benefits, including reduced competition, practical skills, a built-in family, and a partner who values stability. However, it also comes with responsibilities and risks that should not be taken lightly. Understanding both sides will help you make a decision that aligns with your goals and values. When considering a relationship with a single mother, it's crucial to acknowledge the reality of her family situation. This is not just a minor detail, it's a significant aspect that can impact your future together. If things don't go as planned, she will naturally prioritize her own well-being and that of her children. Another important factor to keep in mind is that if she is a devoted mother, her children will take precedence in her life. This means that your freedom within the relationship may be limited. Children have their own routines, they can fall ill, and there will be times when spontaneous outings or activities may not be possible. In a relationship with someone without children, you might enjoy more flexibility, but with a mother, her kids will always come first. Additionally, the presence of an ex-partner is a reality that cannot be ignored. Unless the father of her children is deceased or perhaps incarcerated, he will always be a part of the picture. This can be a red flag, especially if he is actively involved in their lives. You may find yourself navigating the dynamics of co-parenting, which can be complicated. If the father is in the picture, you will have to consider how his involvement affects your relationship. For instance, if the kids spend weekends with him, that could create scheduling conflicts for you. Moreover, even if the relationship between her and her ex is amicable, there may still be emotional baggage from their past that could affect your relationship. It's essential to be aware of these potential challenges. Having been a stepmother myself, I can attest to the fact that children often test boundaries. You might hear phrases like "you're not my dad," or "you're not my mom." This is a common reality when dealing with someone else's children. Kids can be demanding and, at times, difficult to manage. Therefore, it's vital to have open discussions with her about your expectations and the level of influence you can have over her children. You may need to accept some challenging behavior from them, especially if she is a caring mother who prioritizes her kids. Another consideration when dating a single mom is the physical changes that may have occurred due to childbirth. These changes can affect intimacy in the relationship. For example, she might experience a lower libido or other physical effects that can influence your sexual life together. Childbirth is a significant event, and it can lead to various physical challenges. Ideally, she may have taken steps to regain her physical health, but hormonal changes can be more complex and may not be easily resolved. It's essential to approach this relationship with a clear understanding of these realities, especially if you envision a long-term commitment. Let's delve into the complexities of entering a relationship with a single mother. One point to ponder is the possibility of her wanting more children. While she might be enthusiastic about the idea now, it's important to recognize that feelings can evolve after having a second or third child. This isn't unique to single mothers. It's a reality for anyone considering expanding their family. Postpartum hormonal shifts can sometimes impact relationships, and this can be particularly challenging for the partner. Another aspect to consider is the inherent priority of her children. Until they are independent, you won't be her top focus. The length of this period depends on the children's ages. It could be a few years or even longer. Your relationship will, to some extent, be shaped by her existing family commitments until her children are self-sufficient. Interestingly, once the children do leave, the relationship dynamic might shift. People often come together for various reasons: need, desire, or shared interests. If these foundational elements change over time, as they sometimes do when children grow up and move out, it can lead to a re-evaluation of the relationship. This is a common challenge for any couple with kids. When the children are no longer part of the daily equation, couples sometimes find they have little in common and subsequently part ways. Another potential challenge is related to the length of time she's been a single mom. If she's been in this role for an extended period, she might have developed a more assertive or controlling demeanor, simply because she's had to fulfill both parental roles. The level of involvement of the children's father also plays a significant role. If he's not present, she's been the sole director of the family's affairs. This means she might need to consciously adjust to relinquishing some control and embracing a more traditionally feminine role in the relationship. There are ways to support this transition, which we can explore in another discussion. However, it's important to understand that initially, she might feel the need to lead, organize, and manage, simply because that's what she's accustomed to doing. Finally, a practical matter to consider is estate planning. If both of you have assets, and she has significant assets, you need to discuss how she intends to distribute them in her will. This will be influenced by factors like the children's ages and both of your financial situations. It's a complex topic with many variables, so let's set that aside for now and move on to some crucial considerations and potential red flags when dating a single mother. Interestingly, one red flag is the opposite of what you might expect. If she doesn't prioritize her children and instead puts you first, that's actually a warning sign. Her children should be her primary focus, especially if they're young and still heavily reliant on her. If someone else takes precedence over her own children, it raises questions about her values. If she's willing to be disloyal to her children, how can you be sure she'll be loyal to you? It suggests a pattern of seeking the bigger, better deal, so be mindful of this behavior. Another red flag is if she's overly eager to become intimate quickly. If she's too quick to jump into bed, it might indicate a lack of boundaries or a potential issue with emotional availability. If she's engaging with you too quickly, that's actually a red flag. You might want to reconsider because she may not be committed to a long-term relationship. If she's willing to share her attention with anyone who shows up, it could indicate hidden intentions, like seeking financial support or wanting to get pregnant again. Even if she doesn't have ulterior motives, it's still worth paying attention to because she should be more selective about whom she allows into her life. She should be cautious and evaluate potential partners carefully. Another warning sign is how many baby fathers she has. If she's involved with more than one, you'd want to ensure you're using protection. It's important to stay informed and make decisions that align with your values. A third red flag is how soon she's separated from her ex after giving birth. If she didn't even get to give birth, or if she split while pregnant or when the child was very young, this could signal a lack of commitment. It's crucial to consider how willing she is to maintain a relationship with her child's father, especially since family unity is vital. A biological father is the best choice for a child, but if he's not a good fit, it's a clear indicator of her decision-making. These are just some of the factors to watch for. There are certainly good single mothers out there, and I'll create another video for you if she's a reliable single mom and a great date. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to share them below.